Good morning, students. In our earlier video, we studied matter in our surrounding. So students, you know what is matter? Matter is everything that has mass and occupy space. Today we discuss, is matter around us pure? It means a general person, how can, what is matter? When we take any items from market like this ghee, so on this ghee written pure ghee, and like this, that is that one flour, weight, Ashirwad, and other one, the material you purchase from market, that is drinks, cold drinks, soft drinks. So students, is these matters? Yes, they are matter because they have mass and occupy space, but they can say that one is pure. A general person, pure means that have no adulteration. When there is no adulteration, that is pure, and if they mix something in ghee, that is oil and other thing, that are impure. But in a scientific way, what is pure matter? Actually, this is a mixture of different substances. So we can say, we understand by what is mixture and what is pure matter and impure matter. In this chapter, we study in detail. First, I am showing you some activities. This one, copper sulfate, blue color crystal, and I take some copper sulfate in a beaker. This one by spatula, this known as spatula, and I mix some water in this. So in our earlier, we study this, what happen when they dissolve. So this one is a mixture. Means what is mixture? That one is, which type mixture? This uniform composition, equal distribution, homogeneous. We will study in detail after some time. Next one is, you know that one, chalk, and I make the chalk powder. In this, I take some chalk powder by spatula and dissolve in water. When I dissolve in water, then what will observe? Such like this also a mixture, but what is the difference? The chalk powder is settled down at the bottom, and this is uniform composition. This is not uniform composition, it is settled down at the bottom. Other chemical is, other one is this one, common salt, sodium chloride. Students, every day we use this one, that one, sodium chloride. So, small amount of sodium chloride I placed in this beaker and make the solution. Again, I dissolve in water. Then what you can observe? What is observed? This is clear solution. No salt is settled down at the bottom. Transparent solution. Another one is, another chemical is sulfur powder. These students know sulfur. Sulfur is a yellow color. I take some sulfur powder and dissolve in water. Then what you observe in this, there's also not dissolve equally, that settle down or some at the boat, it is not settled down, all come on the surface. It means we can say it is insoluble. All the sulfur powder come on the surface. So this is not equal distribution. sulfur come on the surface, water remaining lower side, unequal distribution. Yeah, we can say heterogeneous, not equal distribution. So other one is this one. Students, there are iron fillings, iron powder. So I take some iron powder, iron fillings, and I put also in water. Then what you observe? That iron fillings also settle down at the bottom. So these are different type mixtures. Iron filling in water, sulfur in water, then what you observe? Separate layer formation. Sodium chloride in water, equal distribution, uniform composition. Chalk powder in water, what you observe? Means that all the chalk powder settle down at the bottom. Separate layer. And this one is copper sulfate. Copper sulfate solution is equal distribute. So all these are matter. And how can you separate this copper sulfate and water? By different techniques. By evaporation we can separate. Salt and water, how can you separate? By evaporation. So those substances we can separate by evaporation. This how can separate by filtration. So how we occurs the filtration? So we take any filter paper in this way. We take a filter paper. First the filter paper we fold in this way, one half, and other we fold again this type. So when this one side we take the three leaves, other one side, and placed in the funnel. When we placed in funnel, then it like this. So students, 3 layer one side, 1 layer one side, and we want to separate, we want to filter in a test tube. Then we can easily filter this copper sulfate solution. Copper sulfate, when I placed in this, then what happened? You can see the copper sulfate solution is filter. So this is easily filter, and that is equal distribute. So solution particles, this one is solution. This is a solution particle, and particles pass through the filter paper, and we get clear homogeneous mixture. So I place this one for some time. I want to separate another chemical, that is sulfur in water. So again I take the filter paper, first fold half, and then again one fold. So by these, in this way, 4 fold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 one side, 1 remaining one side, and placed in another funnel in like, and then we want filter in another test tube in this, and this one is sulfur in water. So because sulfur powder insoluble in water, it floats over the water. So what you are observe, we get only water molecules, sulfur powder remaining on the surface of the filter paper. This is continuously, only water molecule is removed out. So this process known as filtration, and this type solution is this solution is heterogeneous mixture, separate layer formation. So this process is filtration. After some time this process is finished. So what will we see? That is on that filter paper only sulfur particles remaining. So I placed this test tube in a beaker, and when I remove this filter paper, so students, you can see in this way, such a way. So all the sulfur powder is separate out. So this process known as filtration. So we can separate, but what you observe in this copper sulfate, all the particles pass through this solution and some remaining, they also will pass for some time. So no residue. There is no, in this sulfur remaining on the particles filter paper, that is known as residue, but there is no particles remaining on the filter paper. So this clear solution. Another, salt in water also clear solution. In similar way, we can separate this one. Chalk powder in water, there is separate layer formation, so settle down at the bottom. So students, in these, what are the difference? Some mixers are uniform composition, like this copper sulfate and salt solution. Other one chalk powder, and sulfur in water is iron fillings in water, like this. Three difference, they make separate layer, they settle down at the bottom. So these three types, these are mixers are heterogeneous, means non-uniform. There is non-uniform composition, two separate layer. The iron fillings settle down at the bottom. Chalk powder also settle down at the bottom. Water remaining, we can separate by filtration or by another methods. So these are heterogeneous mixer. Salt, sugar, laminoid, these type solutions are homogeneous mixers. So students, in this chapter, we will study about this in detail in mixers. Students, matter, what is matter? Matter is everything that has mass and occupy space. Means matter is everything that has mass and occupy space, means volume. So everything is matter. This matter we can divide in two types, two parts. One is pure and other one impure. Pure matter. Other one impure matter. Pure matter means, what is pure matter? Pure matter is that matter have only single type particles, same kinds of particles. So this pure matter, other name is, we can write substance. What do you mean by substance? Substance is a pure matter that have only same type, same kind of particles, and that have characteristics property. For example, this water. This water we can say pure matter if there is no other chemical dissolved in this. If this water you get from rain, from ground, from well and from sea, every time the water composition remaining same, number of particles remaining same. So that is pure substance. And substance we can't separate by physical method. That is pure matter we can't separate by physical process. If that is mixer, we can separate by physical methods. So this known as, again we divide in two types. One is elements, other one compound. In this chapter, we will study in detail what are elements and compounds. Students, you know elements, till that 118 elements are discovered and written in our periodic table, like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Some examples we can give: hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, iron, copper, silver, gold. These like they are elements, they are example. They have same kind of particles number of their nature is same, you get from anywhere. We can't separate by physical process. Compounds, the compounds made by these elements, two or more than two elements combined a definite proportion by mass, they form a compounds. For example, water is a compound. Salt, that is sodium chloride. You will see how can we write the formula in next chapter, or in this chapter also some formula are given. Water, sodium chloride, other one copper sulfate, this one is a compound. Sugar, glucose, these are compound, means two and more than two elements combined a definite proportion by mass, that is compound. In detail we will study after some times, means in this chapter we will discuss in detail. Impure matter, this impure matter we can divide in two ways. Other name impure matter you can write mixture, mixers, means how can say mixture? This one is a mixer. Copper sulfate, it is a mixer because copper sulfate dissolved in water. Salt in water, this is also a mixer. We can mix lesser amount or more amount. You can add less or more. So mixer have not a fixed composition. You can add small amount or more amount. So they depend on the mixers are again two types we can divide. One is homogeneous and heterogeneous. Homogeneous mixers and heterogeneous mixer. Students, all matter we can divide in two parts. One is pure matter, other one impure matter. Pure matter we can say substance, means have same kind of atoms, particles, molecules, same type like element and compound are pure. Other one are mixer. Mixer made only by these element and compound. If you mix, like that copper sulfate is a compound and water is a compound. If you mix copper sulfate in water, that is a mixer. If that mixer uniform, means that is throughout equal composition from bottom to top. If you take a tea, that is from bottom to, means in a container that is equal concentration. Salt in water, equal. Sugar in water, laminoid and other things, they are equal composition known as homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous, homo and genus, two words. Homo means equal, genus means distribution, equal distribution, uniform. Yeah, we can say uniform composition, throughout uniform composition. Students, sometimes we can say that one student is not in proper uniform. If all students have wear a same dress, that are uniform, all are wearing equal dress. So in this way, this is a throughout solution, salt in water equal distribute. But this sulfur powder in water is not equal distribute, sulfur remaining upper, water remaining lower. Iron, that is iron filling. Iron filling is not equal distribute, iron filling settle, water remaining upper side. So this one is heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixtures means hetero and genus, two words. Hetero means different. Different and genus means distribution, composition. So that mixture is not equal distribution, not uniform composition, that is heterogeneous. Here we can say non-uniform composition. Non-uniform composition. We can take another example. For example, if you mix water, this one is soil. Soil in water I can put, then which type mixture we observe? If I dissolve this one, soil, that is settle down at the bottom, but if I dissolve after some times, what happen? At lower side it is settled down, and upper side lower, and that is sometimes settled down. So this one also not equally distribute. Like this, it is settled down at the bottom. So this one is heterogeneous mixtures example. So another word is further, how can we identify homogeneous mixtures? You can say another name is solution. Homogeneous mixtures, other name is solution. We can say solution. What is solution? Solution is a homogeneous mixture. One in one word means uniform composition. If that is solution is only two component, that is binary solution. And heterogeneous mixtures, other name is suspension. Suspension is heterogeneous mixture. Means soil in water settle down at the bottom. So this one is suspension. And chalk powder in water, that is settle down at the bottom, separate layer formation. This one also suspension. This iron fillings in water settle down, this is also suspension. So suspension means heterogeneous mixtures. Students, we study in this chapter another name, that is another mixture, that is heterogeneous mixture, colloidal. Colloids. That is very important terms, colloids, or sometimes known as colloidal solutions, colloids. That also a mixture that is heterogeneous. Example one, that is we can write ink in water. If you place ink in water, that is heterogeneous mixture. Other one, milk in water, that also heterogeneous. Ice cream, that are also heterogeneous example. So we will study detail that also colloids, suspension and solution. In this chapter we will study detail after that in what are the properties, what are the difference, and what is solutions, colloids and suspension. Friends, what is solution? Solution में earlier name, that is homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture means uniform composition, equal distribution, salt in water, sugar in water, copper sulfate in water, potassium permanganate in water. Different example you already seen. So, but in this, what we observe, there are two components. One is water, other one copper sulfate. So copper sulfate is lesser amount, water in more amount. So these two components, how we can divide separately? One is solvent, other one solute. Other one solute. Solvent, what is solvent? Solvent is that component that have major component, larger amount, larger quantity, and solute that have lesser amount. They can any state, any physical state. Solute may be solid liquid gas, solvent may be solid liquid gas. And when they mix, if they have equal distribution, uniform composition, that time they are solution and they convert into solution. Solvent plus solute change into solution. Solvent major component, solute lesser amount. When they mix, they convert into solution. So other properties, how can we discuss in detail? What is concentration? If there are only two components, that is binary solution. Binary. And the particles, we can't absorb copper sulfate particles. It's made by millions of particles. We can't observe. If I place this copper sulfate, this solution into water, then what you see? This again also a solution. That whole copper sulfate equally distributed in this water, and the color also change because particles are equal distributed in this water. This already studied, discussed. Characteristics of matter, there is space between particles. very small particles, and particles are continuous moving, their energy, kinetic energy. So this type solutions we can explain, but how can we express their concentration? Now this is dilute solution because water is more amount, copper sulfate is lesser amount. So how can we express its concentration? Particles are very small, we can't observe in nanometer size. What is nanometer? 1 nanometer means 1 into 10 to the power minus 9 meter, very, very small. Particle size are less than 1 nanometer. Particle size in solution. Particle size in solution is less than 1 nanometer. Very, very small particles. We can't observe by naked eyes. And they are equally distributed. So this one is a solution. Students, how can we express? Generally, students, they know that is a liquid solution, means solid in liquid. So this is a liquid solution. Another one, air. Air is a gaseous solution. This one like cold drinks. This cold drinks also a solution. Carbon dioxide filled in this, and another component also filled. But sometimes students known as solid solution also, like brass, bronze, steel. This like spatula, you can say that is steel. These tongs, this made by steel. And in our home have brass articles like plate and others. Earlier we have in our homes have brass particles, and you can see bronze medal, that is also made by, that also a solution. Means, how can say this is solution? This is a solution. There are two components. One is iron, other one carbon. Steel is made by iron and carbon. So that known as alloy. Alloy is also solutions, but they are solid. Solid into solid, they mix equal distribution. That is homogeneous mixture. Brass, one is an example of brass. In that brass, what happen? That is, their composition is copper and other element is zinc. They mix but equal distribute, copper and zinc. That copper percentage is 60 to 80%. That is variable percent, 60 to 80, approximate 70%. Zinc have 20 to 40% approximate, so that is 30%. So that composition is also a solution. Bronze, that is bronze, copper and other metal is tin. Tin metal, copper 90% approximate, tin 10%. So that is bronze medal. Other one is steel. That is steel. Steel have, one is iron, other one carbon. Iron is there 98.5 to 99.5%. That is very high amount. And carbon 0.5 to 1.5%. And there are different types steel, soft and hard steel. You will study in the next class, 10th class or higher classes. So alloy is also homogeneous mixture. So student, solution, only one word you have to learn, that is homogeneous mixture. Means uniform composition, equal distribution. These are some examples. How can we find out there? Now concentration. Concentration of solution. What do you mean by concentration of solution? Concentration means copper sulfate dissolved in water. What amount of the solute dissolved in water? That is concentration. So we can explain by the concentration of solution, amount of solute divided by amount of solution. So students easily can identify concentration of a solution, amount of solute. Amount of solute means like copper sulfate, sodium chloride, sugar, glucose, others. Amount of solute divided by amount of solution. We take solution morely, but we can take solvent also. Amount of solute divided by amount of solvent we can take, but normally we take amount of solute divided by amount of solution. And if you want to find out in percent, then it's changed into 100. We can find out by easily. We can say amount, how can we take? Amount we take in mass. We can say mass by mass percentage. Mass by mass percentage. So we can write mass of solute in gram divided by mass of solution. We take solution into 100. So in this way we can find out mass by mass percent. The students, in 9th class, you know what is the difference between mass and weight. Sometimes it is written weight by weight percentage also, and there is difference between mass and weight because W is equal to mg. That is, they are related to each other. We can say W means weight. Weight is depend on gravity, but mass is not depend. We can say mass is absolute quantity. And this depends on relative, means when gravity increase or decrease, weight increase. In moon, our weight is 1/6. So that are due to gravity decrease. So we can write mass of solute by mass of solution. If you have given volume, then sometimes it write as mass of solute divided by volume of solution into 100. So this known as mass by volume percentage. Mass by volume percent. Mass by volume percent, we can write mass of solute divided by volume of solution into 100. We use these two formula. You can take amount of solute divided by amount of solvent also, but normally we use this one formula. For example, in this solution, sugar solution, salt solution, what we mix? That are this solution, that one is salt solution. So how can we amount? Suppose 5 gram salt, 5 gram sodium chloride dissolved in 20 gram water. 20 gram water. So how can we find out its mass by mass percentage concentration? So what are given? 5 gram sodium chloride given, 20 gram water given. So we can write in this way, mass by mass percent is equal to amount of solute is 5 gram divided by total mass 20 plus 5, that is 25. 25 into 100. So what happened? We can divide 5 ja. So we can write, we can say 20%. 20% mass by mass percentages. We can write 20 by mass percent. So this indicates if any solution written 20, it means 20 gram of the salt, total solution is 100. Like this 5 gram dissolved in 20 gram. Or we can write this mass by mass percent of the solute and remaining of the solvent. So students, you can solve the difference numerical given in your NCERT book. Tomorrow we will discuss about further chapter solutions and suspensions, colloids and their comparison. So thoroughly study NCERT books, first 3 pages today, and write some main notes in your notebook, and like and subscribe, share the needy students. Thank you. Have a nice day.